match here in Brasilia underway. Norway in the pink tops, Poland in the black. Good run down on the high line for Sørum. Sørum a little off the net, good seat dig from Łosiak. And Łosiak gonna chip it sharp to the cut, like he does so often.
Yeah, I like that. Kind of flattens out that transition set. You know, Bryl has to kind of dive back towards the end line. Still gives him that tempo with a little topspin on it.
And there's a nice deep angle swing on that casual takeoff from Anders Vól.
Yeah, it looks casual, but that power would suggest it's anything but.
Option. Sørum there in the line, but that has got some extra pop on it from Łosiak.
Off and a little bit of funk away from the body.
Good leave for Anders there as that float serve from Bryl. Goes long. Bryl, 30 years young. 14 seasons on the Beach Pro Tour. Two on the board. High set, drifting a little bit tight. How about that press over? A little fist pump there for Anders Vól.
Yeah, Anders climbing the ladder. Yeah, we've seen him snap those over the top of just about every block with relative ease.
Yeah, it doesn't always work when you go up against the likes of Anders Vól. Behind here, chipping to the line, Sørum all over it. Sørum rising and hammering across court.
And that's a little bit of the rub. You know, you want to stay aggressive against Anders Vól, but you feel like if you just blindly swing away, you're kind of playing into his hands. That you let up at all, Christian's running down shots.
Push out wide, and a nice poke into the cross court. Sees the defense moving, the perk of running that tempo play. Defense has to get set up early.
And when you get that tempo set, everything kind of stays in front of you, right? You have that good vision, like you said. Your periphery doesn't change.
Nice float from Łosiak off the arm. Sørum not able to chase that one down.
That was a laser beam there from Bartosz Łosiak. Out wide of of Anders Vól.
Time handled better from Vól. Vól takes his look, and a pretty little rainbow cut shot from Anders.
Interesting, we kind of saw this a little bit from the Brazilians as well in the semifinal, going after Anders early. Interesting to see how long that lasts if he's able to remain successful.
Mihal stays on the right. Christian gets a left on it, but out of play.
Good crisp shot and high. Mihal Bryl.
Short float. Mole up to the net. Mole looking for the jumbo, and that's going to miss by 1.5 feet.
That's pretty comfortable in this strategy right now, are Poland. Moving Mole around, they got the ace. So they interrupt his rhythm with a little short serve.
Oh, nice scoop there. Oh my goodness. Didn't know that angle was available, but for Vól, I suppose every angle is available.
I don't know how the ball got close enough to the net and was able to elude Mihal Bryl from that angle.
Sharp as it's going to get. Overhead to Bryl. And trying to go back cross court, and it's a little too low in the zone of that right arm, the spread block of Vól.
Just a great read that Mihal was a little bit compromised and had to kind of take something off of it. Spreads out that right arm.
Option, nice left-handed scoop from Sørum. Another chance here though for Poland. Oh my goodness, Mol is everywhere. He's Gand up out there saying, "You shall not pass."
Didn't even get kind of his full traditional depth jump on that.
Nope.
Still getting up big.
Just taking the angles away from Poland. Sometimes, like you said, not getting the full depth. It doesn't need to be the height as much as it needs to be sealing some of the angles. Already with 3 big blocks in this first set. Bryl out of the middle. And nice swing. Looks like he was going to go to the line and kept it into the angle. Short serve. The option is blocked. The lefty poke goes down for Michal Bryl.
Yeah, good disguise on that short serve. We've seen Bartosz flatten one out and get the ace on his right side. All of these look very similar.
A tough pass. Pretty stellar set. More beautiful swing from Mol.
Tremendous, just kind of sliding with Christian into the middle of the court. Able to stay pretty upright and find that angle away from the body.
Short serve to Bryl. And the option just out of reach. Sørum even makes the read sliding over there, but too quick, too fast on that swing from Łosiak.
Really good ball control on the side of Poland. Michal getting to those short serves quickly enough to get them up high so Bartosz can come in with a head of steam.
That one's sailing deep on Mol. The pressure staying there. And Mol so calm right now in his vision. He's swinging when he needs to, shooting when he needs to.
Yeah, the only mini question mark has been the quality of the service reception.
Yep.
Poland doing a good job moving him around. But when it's in the position it needs to be, he's next to untouchable.
Now, chip line, Sørum there early. Set a little off the net. Nice scoop from Łosiak and a brilliant set from Michal Bryl. Oh my. A little bit of magic on the side of Poland on that play.
Yeah, Poland, Bartosz staying with that. It kind of got slowed down off the top of the tape for Christian. Gave just an extra split second to Bartosz Łosiak to sneak in behind it.
Łosiak loves that swing cross body. Better pass. Tempo set to Mol, and again, just waiting for that ball to drop a little bit to sneak it down the line.
Yeah, he does come up with some tremendous angles that aren't available to most people.
No question. As we go into our technical timeout, good service pressure from Poland, but better offense right now from the Vóley Vikings. Poland still finding their footing, but bronze medal match back and forth. Here we go, double thumbs up from Lisandro Santos there on the ref stand. He's having fun. Hope you guys are having fun at home as well. And unfortunately, just 2 more matches left, Rich, in this Brazilian tournament.
It's all we get. Davide Crescentini down low. Yeah, we've been in country for 2 weeks now.
Yes. My Portuguese has not gotten better. My love for acai has probably increased slightly. Brazil, an awesome place to be for 2 weeks if you had to be somewhere. Brilliant volleyball, excellent people. Vibes are always high in Brazil.
And we've gotten the wide array, right? We've got the surf town of Saquarema, and then we've got the capital metropolis of Brasilia.
11-10. High set to Michal. That one's going to come back over. Good tracking there from Łosiak. He's going to kick out wide. Try to sneak it around Anders Mol. Anders Mol kind of in the zone right now blocking. When is he not?
Yeah, he did just a tremendous job. You can't really see it here because his back is to you, but he just eyeballed Bartosz Łosiak the whole way. Lined him up, shut him down.
Nice swing there from Łosiak, and option has been a bright spot for Bartosz. Now Bryl going to work out of the middle of the court. It's a good movement on that float. Staying on Anders. Cut shot is dug low to the ground. Łosiak, nice scoop there from Christian, and oh my, that one is going to drop just tickling the top of the tape and drops down.
Anders might owe Wies Beckhaus a couple royalties on that little knuckle back to the sideline, but a great spear dig from Christian Sørum precedes it, and then that good bit of creativity.
On the middle, Michał. Nice hang and bang back towards the line. No team really cracking here right now. Back and forth, side out volleyball.
Everybody pretty smooth.
Even with the 3 blocks from Mol. Short serve to Sørum this time. And Sørum finds it right through the hands of Michał.
Yeah, that's how long he's able to wait before making his decisions. Once you spread those arms, he sees the space open up. Just kind of go with that flat hand right up the middle.
Michał overhead. Trying to find a way around the block, but it's just a little too tight, and Mol gobbling it up again.
And maybe not pushed as wide as Michał would have liked it. Have a look, he's kind of over his left shoulder there, and that compromises your height, which is a bad situation if you're against Anders Mol.
Mol gifting one back, and yeah, and Rich, as a coach, when you go and play a team like Anders Mol, is there an emphasis on keeping distance on your set off the net?
Yeah, I don't think you want to make too many drastic changes.
Yeah.
You know, I would think that you kind of have a built-in comfortable distance in your sets.
Yes.
You may have to think in transition, let's not be as aggressive throwing it
right
50-50 if we can help it. But offensively, let's go out there and do our thing. Again, that concept of kind of playing within what we like to do. Oh, man.
Oh, man, yeah, that's right. Anders just kind of floating out there.
That ability he has to float to his left and go back away from his body high enough to get the upper reaches of the block of Michał Bryl is just astounding.
Yeah, looks very in control right now offensively, and obviously blocking as well. That swing is very nice. Michał Bryl swinging high, avoiding, just catching the edge of that block. Though need to find a stop. Stay on Mol. Mol kind of abandoning the approach, gets the recycle, and then hits the cup to the sharp angle. Super high IQ play from Anders.
Yeah, very, very high. He kind of described it perfectly. Just cut off the approach once he saw that it was going a little bit too tight, knowing that he was going to have to recycle.
Yeah, I think that's an underrated skill for athletes that we have, is just the ability to just abandon your approach when you need to. Scooped from Sørum. He put this one down. Heavy rip. It's dug from Bartosz, but it's going to hit outside the antenna. Oh, good play though from Poland.
I'm kind of mystified by the calmness with which Anders operates out there. Even chasing down that high spinny dig just looked like a afternoon stroll on a Sunday. It's up a beauty in transition.
Yeah, there's a definite calmness on the side of Norway right now, and could be some leftover frustration / focus after their loss in the semifinals, but also trusting their ability and trusting their training they put in this year to prime them and prep them for moments like this, where no moment is too big, everything is calm, everything is in control.
very little they haven't seen already in their careers, especially when it comes to medal matches and finding your way onto podiums. 2 of their last 9 or 10 tournaments, they haven't been on the podium, and where were they? 4th. So not far off.
Oh, they're in the semis over and over again. They're walking away with hardware over and over again, usually the gold variety. Seems to be a theme for Scandinavia as of late in the Beach Pro Tour. Łosiak gonna work out of the middle. And that one
just missing, I think. Yeah,
it is very close to double challenge call from Bryl. And they seem adamant that this one is in, so I'm kind of curious to see if this challenge, I haven't seen many get reversed.
I didn't see any rope jump. It was very, very close. We'll have to see. It was a longer deliberation than we see at times. Okay, it was out. Yeah. It's interesting when you're so convinced and then it doesn't go your way.
Here's another look at it.
Yeah, it looks wide, doesn't it?
Looks just like some splashy on the sideline there. Good work from our referees. Not the right call at the end of the day. For that miss, where does Łosiak go here? Right back to the cross court and the outstretched right arm of Anders.
It's interesting, as an attacker, you convince yourself pretty easily that the splash of the sand means it must have hit the line. But if you're on defense, it's easy to convince yourself that the splash of the sand means the circle of the ball was wide.
No question. Nice fight off on that serve for Mol. And again, calmly Mol waiting for the timing, waiting for that ball to move, and then just cuffing it to the line off the block.
We see so many players, though, when the ball is right-handers on the right side, doesn't get all the way out to their hitting shoulder. The height of their attack is so compromised, but he manages to still keep it high up over his left shoulder and have range towards the line.
First set point for Norway in our bronze medal match. Set number 1. Łosiak, lots of room down the line. Sørum, I think, playing a little rogue defense, trying to stay in the angle there. Set point number 2. Offensive rhythm has been rather exquisite for the Vikings in this first set. Specifically for that gentleman right there who decided out near perfect in this one.
Yeah, the only times he didn't was when the service reception got a little squirrely. That happened once or twice early and then kind of seemed to go away. He's rolling pretty good. It'll be interesting to see if Bartosz and Miha have a little conversation here in between sets and switch up their tactics a little bit.
We got some Volley Vikings fans in the stands. Volley Vikings have been at the top of the world for about the last 7 years, winning over and over again and gathering fans wherever they go with their exquisite play and excellent personalities. Just true awesome representations of our sport, and we're so fortunate to still have them and for many years to come.
Yeah, there's a look at the statistics, Kyle. Very clean. 4 blocks for Andy Mol. He was really big up there, reading well. An otherwise pretty error-free set for both teams. It's interesting to me how, you know, from a fan's point of view, allegiances run along country lines for the most part. And then the exception is when you have just this almost supernatural team with the success rate that the Volley Vikings have. It kind of crosses international borders.
Sørum is not covered, and that's a block to start things off.
How inducing the yard sale. Got the hat, the glasses, just about everything off of Christian's head.
Right back in to the face, and so Mol seeing a heavy majority of the serves in that first set. Looks like already the tactic changing here for Poland. It's just pure from Sørum.
High and deep, crisp.
Goodness. Right in the corner. dropping short on Michał. The poke over, good balance from Sørum. Chance in transition. And off the left, and Mol urging that ball to go long.
Get out of here, he said. And yeah, Michał with a great read with the left hand, but he gets a little too much palm on it.
2-1 start for the Vikings. Bryl gonna work overhead, and guess who's there? Anders Mol collecting his 5th block of this match.
Yeah, I like that. Makes the dive into the angle with both hands kind of connected there. Good shape with the hands.
Option, cut shot there. Sørum is there, and then the reverse pokey over his shoulder, the no-looky poke from Anders Mol.
Yeah, I love that. He prepares to set that ball, but as soon as it gets tight and above the plane of the net, he knows he's got room to kind of knuckle it back towards that sideline for a winner.
And the awareness for Mol when his back is towards the net. We saw the over-the-shoulder poke in the semifinal match into the corner. We've seen the short poke. We've seen little cut shots. I mean, is that something you think that they train to get reps on, or just kind of instinctual off of digs?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. I don't know that you can train that specifically, but they do a lot of interesting games if you follow the Vikings on social media. You know, kind of these 2-ball games where you've got to not only focus on kind of what's coming at you, but what's going on around you. And so that peripheral awareness gets some repetition, gets some work, those types of exercises, right? So it pays dividends in those types of situations where it's bang, bang on defense on your side. You don't really get a look at the defense, but kind of peripherally, you're aware that Bartosz and Michał both kind of in the upper part of the court. And you got some room deep to the left.
Yeah, Bryl, that's a nice pound into the angle.
Good response, high and hard.
Pass from Sørum. And Sørum takes a little bit off of that to make even sharper away from Łosiak.
And he looks a little more crisp in this one than he did in the semifinal. Kind of missed some of those cross-court shots, either wide or kind of off the tape. A little bit more lift in his legs, perhaps, in this bronze medal match.
Bronze medal on the line. Norway taking the first set. Going to take the second as well. Still early. 5-2 Norway. Ooh. And that was vicious from Michał Bryl.
Extra ooh. Finding a pocket, not even needing it.
Yeah, that's what Poland's going to need. Some more of that. A bit more fire on their side. And off that left arm of Łosiak, Sørum continues his consistency inside out.
Yeah, tough chance for Bartosz there. He's kind of trying to play center field and slide to his left late. Then your vision's a little bit obscured. You don't see it till it's on you.
Bryl overhead. And Bryl working the seam. He likes that swing for himself.
Got the baseline again, high and deep, some good pace. Now feeling good offensively.
Oh, and that one right from between both athletes there as it drops.
Just kisses the top of the net, falls in that perfect middle ground.
Middle, always a good place to serve. Shown there. Oh my goodness, that is something we haven't seen yet in this match, is the little karchy cut, if you like to say.
It just almost goes to the underside of the ball.
He's gonna look.
The legs out of it.
Again, Mole showing us the variety of swings offensively. And looking to go to the angle a little early on that approach line, kind of hanging, missing wide.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was a little early or if the set was back off the net, maybe a little combo of both. Interrupted his rhythm and he just pops it wide.
And how about that little cuffy right into the angle, and Mole, I'm just gonna walk over and say something to our referee. No complaints about the set. A little spinny, but not a problem.
Vikings not big complainers.
No. Well, when you're winning gold 80% of the time, not much to complain about.
Yeah, sometimes you know you get those teams though that are successful and they think that that entitles them to all the calls and so forth. But this that's not the case for these guys.
There is ball never lies, as we like to say. Right back. Get the karma the way of Norway. 9-6. Bronze medal match. High set. Bryl hammers one down the line. Sørum there on the line, but it's too fast. Too good.
Yeah, pretty decent setup from Norway. Just beaten with power that time from Bryl.
Sørum from the left, taking that look and then just perfectly cuffing it again. We've seen over and over again from Sørum.
Yeah, love that shot where it's kind of the wipe across the ball, that side spin going, but it doesn't turn the ball too far.
Mole gifting Poland there, and does Sørum have the best high line in the game, Rich?
Yeah, I would say so, just because of the deceptiveness of it.
Yes. Out wide, a little bit of tempo. And Anders continuing the onslaught of efficiency inside out.
Yeah, your only hope there is that he kind of makes a mistake, by which I mean drags the ball down into kind of your sphere of influence, so to speak.
Option, jump set. Huge rip, nice swing, nice change of movement offensively for Poland.
Yeah, Bartosz going with the option enough to sell that.
Yeah, I think that's a good reminder that it's important if you're going to jump set, you got to option a little bit first, even bait the blocker. And Anders there, no baiting needed on that one, and he's following in his partner's footsteps with his own beautiful high line.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how many more opportunities he gets, because he has been next to untouchable. And not that Christian has played poorly by any stretch, but it's just, you know, if you keep doing the same thing and you're expecting a different result, I think they call that insanity, Kyle.
Yes, I believe that is correct. Yeah, Poland, again, the jump set worked for them. Optioning has been effective, and so try to sprinkle in a bit more of that in their game, but it's defensively where they got to find some more pressure, and they ramp up some of the service pressure, working some short deep. I don't really know. It's so difficult to get the Vikings uncomfortable in serve receive. Anders every once in a while loves some shaky passes, but they can make up with it with excellent out-of-system setting. Serving 9, set number 2. And there's the option. Another way to kind of get things going, whether it is Łosiak or Bryl.
I don't necessarily see it go that way all that frequently for Poland, but it is available. Good decision, Michał.
Trickle, nice pickup from Sørum. Baby line collected. Łosiak here in transition. Gets that line shot, but Sørum there again. And Sørum a little off speed, just dangling that carrot in front of Michał Bryl.
Yeah, that is why I agree with you that he's got the best line shot in the game. There's just the variety of line shots that he can hit.
Yeah, the 50 Shades of Line for Christian Sørum coming into full effect here. And another scoop. Does he go back to the line? This time to the angle. Nice dig from Łosiak. Nobody up. The foot dig is not going to be high enough for Anders Mol, and that would have been the piece de resistance for what these boys have put up today.
Yeah, indeed. And just the body control to even attempt that was impressive, but Poland thankful that that one didn't come through for Andy. Just off the toes.
Low ball, low pass.
Ooh.
With that one trying to sneaky low, and Bryl says it's my turn to collect the block.
That's kind of the one I was talking about. On the lower set, Andy can't quite contact it as high. Drags that one down, and Michal just does a really nice job of staying disciplined on his press.
Michal missing that one short. Talked about the need for service pressure, but again, timely after an error.
Yeah. They're doing a pretty good job. Not a lot of those errors creeping into the game of Poland, but as we start to inch closer to the finish line here, it's become all the more vital.
High set, Bryl bangs it down the line. That's got to feel good. Back and forth, there's another look at it, a little bit of space down the line. Michal takes advantage. Tough serve from Bartosz. Mol again hanging, looking like he's gonna cut, and then deciding last second to chip line.
Yeah, almost gives you the double deke by loading his hand up as well, like it's gonna go into the cross court. And just wrapping it around the ball.
So calm right now, inside out. Serving 13. Pass getting pushed out wide. Or can Bryl go here? Yes, he can. Finds a sharp angle. Sneaking it by both Norwegian players. Back to Anders they go. Anders, just a little bunny hop right up the seam over Michal Bryl.
Nice when you can tap jump and go right through the top of one of the bigger blocks in the game.
Goodness. Focused, stoic is Anders Mol right now.
They're very business-like, both of these teams actually, not over exuberance.
Michal. And off the platform, Sørum there. He knew it was in the right spot. Just couldn't contain it.
A little extra heat from Bryl.
As well as Norway is playing, Poland is right in this one. They need to push this to 3. They need a second set. That's going to help, though, with that sail long from Sørum.
A little bit of what we saw in their semifinal match earlier is in some of these tight moments, they got just a little bit of a leak from Christian Sørum. Characteristic.
They take a break from Mol inside out. They go to Sørum. Nice dig. Good hustle here for the Vikings. But it's going to go down. Little bang-bang play on the side of Poland. They earn their first lead here in second.
Yeah, Bartosz just bodying that one up to his partner. And again, that kind of turn and quick find the blocker, Michal Bryl.
And Mol calmly waiting, looking at Sørum. No words needing to be said, but he knew it was time for the timeout. It's a wise timeout right now for Norway as Poland take their lead, 17-16 here in set number 2.
It's kind of the first ray of light that they've had. Didn't really have much of a chance in that first set. It was just business as usual, clinical stuff from the Vikings, and it's kind of seemed that way most of this second set as well. But as you mentioned, both teams playing well, and a couple of little leaks on the side of Norway combined with some good defensive effort from Poland, and here they are, one in front, needing this second set, of course.
Only 2 of these 8 matches previously played by these two teams have gone 3 sets. Will this be number 3? Poland hopes so. Some sandcastles being built on the side court. Not enthused by the play. 17, nice read here from Łosiak. Michał gonna sneak it under. And that's a big point. 18-16 now for Poland. What a run.
So I would not expect to see a lot of balls go back the way of Anders Mol, because they've got a pretty good beat on what Christian Sørum's trying to do offensively right now. Poland turning some points.
Pass. Sørum wants to change up the pace, the tempo. He's trying to go up the middle. He does. And we've seen that now a few times for Sørum after a non-side out.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, just I think catches the end line there. Almost flattened it out too much. Have a look where this one lands. This is Bartosz. Can't quite see behind the body of Anders Mol, but it was in the deep regions.
Side switch here to get into the business end of this bronze medal match, set number 2. Norway down 1. Option right through the hands of Mol.
A smile from Bartosz, knows that that was maybe a little bit fortunate. Good aggressive play, but fortunate as well.
A little bit of luck, as Mol has blocked almost everything else sent his way. Sørum off that inside left hand of Michał.
Repays the good fortune. There's that one, rattles the inside of the arms of Michał Bryl in response.
Norway need a stop here. Down just 1. Serve dropping Bryl to the ground. Nice soft touch. Over the shoulder. What a play. Is that going to land out? It does. Oh my goodness. What touch from Anders Mol to even chance that one and take a shot like that, Rich.
How do you conceptualize that where you're almost facing the back of the court and you go rainbow waterfall shot short? I don't even know what to call that.
It's magic. That's what it is.
There you go.
Norwegian magic. High set, Bryl. Off the hands, another soft block. It's gonna be put over though, a missed opportunity. And the paddle dig goes awry. Big play for Poland.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss from Christian. He can't believe that he overcooked that transition set attempt. It's gonna be a set point to Poland. That was a perfect opportunity for Norway to eke back out in front.
Short serve to Christian. Where does Sørum go here? Off the tape and out of bounds. And Poland fight back with a late push in the second set. Somehow they pull it out.
Yeah, those couple back-to-back plays there, the overset in a pretty good position to turn a real point, and then that miss off the tape seals the deal for Poland. And again, we have a 3-setter. You said it's only the 3rd time in 9 tries.
Yes.
Is this the time that Poland find the formula?
Man, they're trying. They're doing everything they can. I like that they went away from Mol. He's got 5 blocks, only 8 errors for Poland, just 6 for Norway. Not much else in between them 2 aces for Poland there, but yeah, 9th time of asking here for Poland, just trying to grit their way to a bronze medal, and this is not an easy one to get here.
No, not at all. Poland seemed to have settled into a nice little rhythm, nice tactical setup defensively. Going pretty heavily after Sørum, getting some dividends. But this is a new set.
Yeah, blank slate. Just a race to 15. Someone's walking away with the bronze medal, and someone's walking away with a 4th place finish. Nice saucy set for Bartosz Łosiak. (1-0) on the board. Poland strike first. Sørum. That one was heavy off the right arm from Christian.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's sort of hard to discern what the difference is between that one and the one that finds the top of the tape and kind of bounces out that we've seen a few times from him. I don't know whether it's a determination level in the approach or what it is.
And Mol looking like he was rushing to block there just a little bit before finishing that serve.
Easy to do as a blocker. You got to get up there so quickly. Sometimes you forget to finish your serving motion. Case in point.
Case in point. Oh, the fortune teller over here. 2 all on the board. Another missed serve. Back-to-back missed serves here for both teams.
So 1 side out apiece and 3 missed serves, and we have our first side change.
Short serve, nicely done. So I'm trying to poke over, good cover here from Mol. Mol in transition, chipping to the line, that's picked up well. Łosiak, scoop, defensive rally here, and then that is a one-hand stuffy from Mol at the net.
Yeah, such good awareness again from Andy Mol. Just kind of follows that ball with his hand, doesn't overreach and get himself called for being over.
Kind of a tough play there for Michal. 3 apiece. Bryl from the right. Takes a little bit off of that, but I like that swing. Just kind of keeping it high, working the fingertips of Mol. Deep flowed. Ooh. That one was close for Michal.
Yeah, just barely missing. Threatened to drop at the last minute.
Łosiak looking to get the cut option. It's Doug. Sørum gonna have a chance in transition. And Sørum takes advantage, falling down after the swing, which happens sometimes with Christian.
He kind of dedicates everything to trying to put the ball away and very little to getting his legs back underneath him.
Now, thinking behind, going in front. Scooping on the run is Sørum, but it fires super fast into the stomach of Anders Mol.
I'm going to say I think Michal was going around the backside, but was late enough that when he saw it get set in front, he still had a good approach on it. So a bit of good fortune there maybe for Poland. Good execution as well, however.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to run the audible. And okay, maybe I'm supposed to fake behind, but I don't have enough time. We'll stay in front. Being a little tricky. Brings the side out. 5 apiece on the side change. Another great pass from Sørum. And ricocheting off the thumbs of Łosiak.
Yeah, I like this from Christian, though. He's going with kind of heavy heat in the cross court. And that's going to set up anything else he wants to do the remainder of this set. Well, this is working. Why not stick with it, though?
Mihal, not much of an approach line, and the late minute swing down the line, catching Anders looking for the angle.
It was a really, really good swing from Mihal Bryl. Anything in the cross court was going to get swallowed up by Anders Mol.
Short serve. Mol stays aggressive in the seam. And again, the soft little cut shot. Anders, that's 2 now, or 3, if you will.
Yeah, you might be risking your health if you crash in for that one, because if he uncorks one and walk into a BB.
It's beautiful. 7-all. 7-6, excuse me. Oh, there's an excellent press into the angle. And Mol's been a little quiet at the net blocking, but secures one there at a crucial moment.
It's kind of almost the exact setup we saw in the last swing. Bryl turned it across his body nicely to avoid that block, but Anders going with the same read, same setup, and getting it stuffy.
Mihal going to redeem himself. The poke over, not deep enough. Sørum to go up 3. He does off that left hand of Mihal Bryl.
And again, staying aggressive in the hard angle for Christian Sørum, not trying to dice his way around.
No timeout on the side. Oh, I spoke too soon. That was right before our referee blew his whistle.
I like that, though. Take the maximum amount of time you can.
Yes.
Think things over, recollect yourself.
Definitely part of the strategy for these teams, trying to milk the clock, if you will, as much as possible. Yeah, a couple. 1 block, 1 turn transition kill, 1 error. Poland, and it's a 3-point lead now for Norway. Norway very business-like in this bronze medal match. Expended a lot of energy in their semifinal loss to Brazil.
You almost sense a measure of frustration on their side that they're not in that ultimate match.
That is correct. I would agree with that. But some money on the line, a bronze medal on the line. Another good finish in the quest for World Championships. Adelaide later in November. Best 6 finishes leading up to that. Nice soft little line shot for Mihal Bryl.
Yeah, pretty work, just kind of following along as that pass got sprayed a little bit to the right side. Making lemonade.
Yes. The tape on that float serve, putting Sørum short. Good cover here. Can this one stay alive? It does. Mol gonna work to the deep jumbo, almost catches Łosiak, and Łosiak with a wry smile.
Yeah, just smiling because there was nothing he could have done had that gone in the corner, but happy to see it fall wide. Bartosz.
8 serving 9. Sørum takes a look, finds some space, finds a divot, Rich.
Yeah, that's the one that those hard swings in the angle really opens up for him. That's on the good pass. He's got that good rhythm. And Mihal has to kind of commit himself to that hard angle swing that's been so effective in this 3rd set for Christian.
Mihal. And Mihal continuing to rip around the block of Mol for the kill.
Good pass, good set. It's a good rhythm, and Mihal come up with some impressive angles. His height.
Sørum. He's back to the angle this time, continuing to bring the pain is Sørum.
I like the determination from Christian Sørum here. Feels like, you know, maybe he let that 2nd set slip away a little bit with the ball control error and then the ultimate miss off the top of the tape. So he's re-engaged and very determined. Set number 3.
And the option off the left hand. Mol just trying to get a hand in front of it so fast from Bartosz.
He's got that windmilly swing. It just kind of like comes low and fires over the top so fast. It's crazy.
Good cork, good generating power of the rotation there of the body. Bartosz has been really consistent with his serve in this one, and that one gives it away, just his second miss of the match. (12-10), Norway inching their way closer to the bronze. Not quite yet, says Michael Bryl.
Wow, that's good. Off the top of the tape, I mean, he had little to no approach, and that can be daunting against Anders Mol at the net, but comes up with a perfect line shot.
Sørum, the line, Łosiak there, puts it up high, but Michael Bryl finds the hands of Mol, and that is his 7th block of this game.
Wow. Yeah, what a time for it. Maintain the 2-point advantage for the Volley Vikings. They creep near the end of this 3rd set. Great rundown from Bartosz Łosiak.
Big side out here for Poland. This ball's gonna drift a little bit tight, and Michael Bryl had the had the right idea.
Catches some sideline according to our up official. Yeah, I think Anders is going to challenge, but this is one of those ones where the up official saying he saw the rope bounce, so there is no challenge allowed.
Or maybe not.
Was it I'm not sure what David is saying over there. I think they are going to have a quick consult with the line official and ultimately decide that it was in, so.
And Mol taking a long gaze. Here's another look.
Ooh, yeah, must have caught some nylon on the way by, because it did look like that ball mark was wide, but yeah, that's one of those ones that it can clip the line and leave the mark in the sand wide of the line. Poland need one here, though. Side out gets a match point for the Vikings.
Sørum, tight ball, and he ricochets it off that inside hand of Michael Bryl. Nothing Poland can do about that.
Yeah, and again, good determination from Christian Sørum, because that short serve was excellent. He came in strong and went high and hard off the left hand of Michael Bryl to give 2 match points to the Volley Vikings, 2 bronze medal points.
Stay alive, Michael Bryl. Oh yes. Icy swing down the line.
Smooth from the big fella. What does he have from the service line? He's been good this whole tournament for his squad with this flat driving float serve.
Sørum. And not yet.
Gosh.
The left hand of Michael Bryl stretching out. Go gadget arm for the block.
The one-arm split?
My goodness. How did he
Similarly to what we saw in the semifinal. They can't put away the final point, and now we have a deuce game.
Good serve from Bryl. Where does Sørum go here? 14-all. Scooping. Transition opportunity here. Sørum again. He takes his look.
Oh,
and he just pushes it through the block. Oh my goodness.
How does he wiggle that through? Great dig from Łosiak to extend the rally. And Christian does find a way, and it will be another match point to Norway. And is it Anders Mol time, Kyle?
Looking for block number 8, perhaps. Łosiak here going to work back to the middle. Sørum off the chest, but that's going to hit the net and drop down quickly.
That threatened to crawl over, didn't it?
But Sørum trying to body that one up. We'll play on here, extra innings. More volleyball, there it is, right up that the left chest of Sørum.
Right. Bartosz, what does he give us from the service line here?
Sørum takes his look, finds a little bit of space. Bartosz maybe giving up a little bit of that.
Yeah, he was kind of taking the meat, I think, and giving away the edges of the court. Christian found an edge. Smooth into the cross court, and again, I think number 4 here, match points. Norway showing the angle blocks.
Sørum's going to take a chance up at the net against Bryl. He gets a touch. And another touch there from Sørum. Sometimes just a different look is all it takes.
Yeah, and sometimes what happens psychologically is when you know Big Anders isn't up there, you sort of disregard the block and you maybe drag it down into the waiting hands of Christian Sørum. He got 2 good touches.
That would have been crazy if that block from Sørum, the first one, went down. It does not, so we play on, 16 apiece. Nice, fast, downward knuckle from Sørum this time.
And the vision just so impeccable because Michal kind of pulled his hand and Christian got on top of that knuckle to drive it. So Łosiak didn't have time to scoop underneath.
Match point number 5, bronze medal point number 5 here for Norway. Not yet. Nice little cheeky cut shot from Michal around the block. Now we're tied up again. The heart rate is elevated, Rich. If it wasn't before, it is high now. 17 apiece. Ooh, I like the risk though. Wow.
Trying to sneak one in on an unsuspecting Anders Mol up the line. Just missing long. That way on number 6.
Match point number 6. Match point number 6. As you see our producer Florin there getting ready with the mini Mikasa balls for the Mikasa moment.
Somebody will get their Mikasa moment here.
18-17, pushing Michal Bryl deep. Trying to go back down the line, and oh my goodness, Mol gets a club on it underneath. Not able to go high though.
I mean, that was nanometers away from being a stuff, and then he almost gets the second contact as well. Poland staying alive.
Short serve down the middle. Sørum's going to take it. And Sørum back to the line. It is pure and crisp from Christian Sørum.
Just has that uncanny ability to feel when that's available. Everything's been into the angle, it seems.
No question. Match point number 7 now for Norway. Will this be the point? Bryl overhead. And that swing is going to go wide. And Mol and Sørum take their bronze medal here in Brasilia.
Yeah, I wonder, you know, I was kind of wondering the demeanor of Anders Mol, if there was a little bit of exhaustion or maybe he's a little under the weather. Maybe we can find out about that as you go down and interview